Good morning, everybody. Chuck and Paige here with No Time to Be Sad. How are you feeling this morning?
Good.
About 80%. She slept all night. She didn't sleep much the night before because she was coughing, but last night she slept pretty good. I don't normally do hotel reviews, but I always do share our experience in the hotel. As far as most of the time is the bed. Like, that's the most important thing, is sleep, right? The bed was super comfortable. Of course, it was a twin bed, which is good because I didn't wake up Paige. We just kind of pushed them together a little bit. But you can't help the noise outside. It's not the hotel's fault in any of that stuff. But this is in the Terminal 21 mall, which is a cool mall. And everything, we just parked the vehicle in the hotel parking spot. And it was kind of like staying in a casino, actually. We are headed to Bangkok this morning. We are going to go stay at the hotel in the Suvarnabhumi airport. I think it's Suvarnabhumi View Hotel. Our friends are coming tonight, and we're going to let them have a good night's sleep before we take them to our next stop in Hue Hin. This next 2 weeks worth of videos is going to be pretty interesting. My friends have never been to Southeast Asia, so we're going to pretty much see what's going on in the touristy areas and their first time experiences with things. It ought to be pretty funny. As far as coming to Thailand right now, if you guys have watched my earlier videos, you can see that accommodations have changed quite a bit. So you got to keep your expectations down a little bit when you're coming. I think when you're going anywhere right now, but 3 years ago, it was all about making sure that the customer was comfortable, and it was a pleasant experience at the hotel. But in the last couple of years, it's been mostly because of COVID. It's been about the staff making sure everybody is following whatever the regulations are and the safety procedures. And it's been really just kind of geared on them staying open, because they have all of these rules that were set by the government that they have to follow. And everybody has to follow that as well. So it's really even now, I think it's still the same. Staff is low. Sometimes hotels don't have breakfast or very little breakfast, there's just some things you need when you're traveling, that the hotels just don't really have anymore. It'll get better, probably take a couple of years. I think it takes time for things to change back, or just to change in general. Keep your expectations down. The hotels still have to follow whatever the government says they have to do. So let's go down and have one more breakfast, and let's get on the road. It's a beautiful day. Hey y'all, Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad, and this is my beautiful wife of 15 years, Paige. We downsized, saved, and liquidated to quit our lifestyle in America of living for things to a life of wherever it might take us. We moved to Thailand November of 2016. We currently live Thai style on the Mekong River in a town called Thap Phnom in the province of Nakhon Phanom. This is my wonderful Thai family. Every day for us is an adventure, and we spend most of our time exploring and living for the moment. We know nothing lasts forever, and we try to enjoy every new day we have. I don't have time for things that really don't matter in my life. So there you have it. No time to be sad. Quite a few people here this morning. They have some kind of group here. Okay, got a nice little spread here though. I imagine this place stays busy. It was only 1,500 baht a night for the twin bedroom, so that was the cheapest room available, huh? It was super comfortable, like everything was perfect with the room. Even the beds were really comfortable. Wow, look at that, huh? Okay, we're out of here. I'm gonna miss the toilet.
I'll never be your beast of burden. My back is brown, but isn't hurting. All I want is you to make good love to me.
Well, we are out of here. Beautiful sunny day. It's about 32 degrees Celsius right now. Clear sky at the moment. We've got a little over a 3-hour drive into Bangkok. Driving into Bangkok's not really too bad right now because it's Sunday. But we're just going to the airport, really on the outside, and then tomorrow when we pick up our friends, we're going to be driving on the south side of Bangkok, so it ought to be interesting. I don't know what time we're going to leave whenever they wake up. I'm guessing somewhere probably close to 11, 12 o'clock. Hunnicutt is a very busy town. Right now it's Sunday, so not too much happening, but a lot of universities, just a lot of people out here in general. It is a big Isan town. Very, very large city. I got a funny story to tell you. Sorry, Mom. My mom called me at 8:30. We were fixing to go to sleep at 8:30 the other night. Or she didn't call me, she sent me a text message and said, "Did you get an email from United saying that the flight has changed?" And I was like, immediately like checked. And I'm like, "No, I didn't." I said, "Send me the email." So, you know, back and forth, finally got some screenshots of the, you know, of what she was saying. It took a while. I was kind of freaking out a little bit because there's no way she's going to be able to, she said they scheduled it for the next day, and there would be no way she could get to the airport and get on the plane by herself. It's not going to happen. So I was like, crap, I'm going to have to change our ticket or her ticket. How's this going to work? So when she sent it to me, I was like, I couldn't really see where the change was. And I said, well, maybe she sent me the wrong thing. But anyway, long story short, after like an hour of trying to figure out what's going on, and then, you know, getting the confirmation code and checking on the United site, it still looked the same. So I thought, well, maybe they didn't update it yet, you know. But anyway, I figured it out. Only thing they did was she has a return flight back. We scheduled it for like September. We got our round trip ticket thinking, I don't know, it's a little bit, it's like the same price almost to get a round trip ticket from Houston. So we got it for September, which was only the length of her tourist visa. And then anyway, we can extend it hopefully maybe for the, you know, when we go back next year. Anyway, what I found is that her return flight from Japan to Houston was like 10 minutes early. That was the whole big deal. I was like freaking out, like, this is gonna be insane, because our friends' flights got changed twice. And now they're having to, on the way back home, they're leaving a day early than us, and they're having to spend the night in Japan. It's weird. And then we'll catch up with them, or we leave a day later, and then we only have an hour and a half layover in Japan, but we're taking the same flight to Houston. So it's a very difficult time to be a transient these days. That's a crazy looking bus, huh? Yeah, I want to get on that one. Okay, let's talk about weed. I made a comment the other day. Well, I didn't make a comment. I shared some information on the news here in Thailand reporting that people have died from overdoing it with marijuana. I'm sure, and you guys, and I smoked a lot of weed when I was a kid, and you can hardly, I don't know how you would overdose. You can only smoke so much weed, I don't know about eating it. I guess you could only eat so, I don't know. They had to have been mixing it up with something. I guarantee you, we were just talking, there's no way they're going to be able to monitor the strength of the THC that they're putting in. Maybe in products that are being sold, but like at these places, these mom and pop noodle shops, or these little tea shops and coffee shops, there's no way you're going to be able to know how much. Because I remember when I was a kid, we grew a few plants, and before they even budded out, we'd smoke them and get high. You can get pretty high on a plant, even though you're not smoking the bud. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a fad here, and I think if people start having negative reactions to it, they'll stop doing it. Most of them, but who knows? I mean, maybe now they just drink a lot of Lau, smoke weed, and they just drink M150s, and they'll become zombies. And right now you see people driving like really fast or really slow in Thailand. Now you'll just see a bunch of people driving like 10 miles an hour. It's exciting times, yeah. Is there any idea when this thing is going to be finished? This thing, I guess, has been set back because of COVID, I guess a lot of workers, I don't know. They got a lot done in a very short period of time, and now it's just pretty much come to a halt.
There's some section
But when you get up here, it's 120 kilometers per hour, though, which is good. Once you get into this will all be 120. Yeah, that stuff there on the side is called Noi Na. It's really, really good. It has some really big black hard seeds in it though, but it's very messy. Very messy. Messy for up to you. Get this guy here going. Not sure what's going on. Whenever if you're driving in town and you're coming up to like a halt, everybody's usually not super paying attention, but put your flashers on so that the people know that you're going to stop. I don't know what happened. Maybe a truck got out of control or something up here. Look at all that redwood. Probably won't see it. I think it's on the other side of this truck here. I don't know. I think it just broke down. This is Khao Yai area. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. We've been to Khao Yai maybe 4 or 5 times. It's beautiful mountains, a lot of things to do actually in Khao Yai. But we'll bring my mom here one of these days, bring her back here. But right now there's a lot of corn. Is there corn all the time here? Nuna. Feel cool toll road right now. I'm so excited we made this. We made this correct choice on road. There was like 3 or 4 zigzag choices. Like, okay, she said this one, I think.
In 800 meters,
We made it.
keep left to Kinkio Road.
We updated the Garmin. Paige got another card on the internet, and it's been working pretty good, but they're never all exact. If you don't have anything and you're only visiting, you really only need to use Google, because they're all basically about the same. The good thing about Google is she knows when there's delays, you know.
Turn left onto the
So, and Garmin, of course, it's, you know, I guess unless it's hooked up to the internet somehow, it wouldn't know. Okay, a little confusing, but we have arrived at the Sawanapum Villa. Yeah, they have a massage here, a nail shop. Looks like a decent looking gym. Okay, I think there's a little confusion because I think people were trying to get a bus. I don't know what they were doing. Right off the bat seems a little unorganized, but maybe it was just a whatever incident. But we need to come back and stay somewhere before we take off. So I don't know if this is going to be the place or not. Kind of back in the corner. Right by the pool. Okay, ขอบคุณครับ ไม่เป็นไรไม่เอาทีวี Okay, ขอบคุณครับ Wow, that's a nice looking pool. Maybe it's just because it's nice outside. Maybe we get in there a little later. I'm not sure. Well, this room was under 1,000 baht. Interesting. 4 pillows, big refrigerator. Not bad.
Not really organized.
Yeah, the counter wasn't really organized, but as I was saying at the beginning of the video, that's kind of the way it is right now. It's low staff, and you know, and you got to keep your expectations down a little bit. But if you stay at the Novotel, like they've been busy the whole time. But Novotel is a very good hotel. Maybe we'll see how our friends like it on their stay there. They probably won't notice. They'll be so tired. Hey, that guy looks bigger than me. I can get in there. Kind of hungry, babe. A little bit. We can go venture outside for some soup or something. Well, we'll go up there tonight maybe and eat. They got a little mini mart here, which is good. Something looks pretty cool here. It doesn't look like they're open though. Yeah, they're open. Very cool, and the temperature is awesome in here. Let's see. Well, I'm happy a little bit. Poor Paige can't drink it. They got Asahi beer, our go-to beer in Japan. They sell it everywhere, actually, even in the U.S. Maybe a couple more days, I think. Maybe tomorrow. I doubt it, though. Well, they've got a pretty big actual, like, Falang menu here. I'm sorry, babe. It's frozen beer too. I wish I would have got sick instead of you. Okay, some spicy chicken steak, some Isan sausage. Paige got some cow pie, fried rice with an egg. Well, that was pretty good. Under 15, under 500 baht. I want to get Paige back to the room so she can take a nap. Well, I just come out of the pool talking to this gentleman here. He's Chinese. He's here for business, but he lives right now in Africa. And he doesn't want to go back to China because he'll have to do quarantine for 3 weeks, and it's very expensive. And if he comes back with COVID, he's going to have even more problems. So he said he's leaving here and going back to Africa, but having an interesting conversation with that guy. He's been to America a few times, so he knows English. Anyway, I got to go check on Paige. Everybody's worried about you. Some guy says you have the Omicron variant. Man, you should go to the hospital immediately because I guess they have some kind of Omicron pill for you or something. I don't quite get it. How are you feeling? Okay? Better? Just drinking tea? Okay. You have a fever?
Yeah.
Just for sore throat. You just have whatever your mom had. We are upstairs at the Sky Bar. They got some music playing, so I can't keep it on too long. But there's the airport, and we're gonna get a good view of that in a little bit later. Immediately put the spicy yum in front of your chair. She put that over there. I grabbed it, put it over there, and she goes, rain, I think. They put everybody inside. I think I've got fireflies. Well, my poor Paige finally got her soup. Nong hap. Can I have another beer? I'll eat the all. Thank you. Service definitely is suffering. I don't know. Hopefully it'll get back on track by the time you guys come. But anyway, she ordered pad thai and she's like, is my pad thai ready? And she went back there and she goes, no, they don't have the sauce to make it. Like 45 minutes later, like, okay, well, I wonder if they weren't even going to tell her, I guess, until she asked. But my food was good, obviously. Well, we just sitting here, we got rained out upstairs, so we met these lovely people earlier in the lobby. I didn't get your name. Patrick. Beautiful. Patrick and King. And you guys are from Ireland. What part of Ireland? Dublin. And Kin is from Mukdahan, so she's seen us go on a couple of bike rides to Mukdahan. So you ready to pack everything up and move to Mukdahan? You don't want to have like maybe a rice field or some kind of farm or something? He's going back to Ireland tomorrow, and she's going to go back a week from now, 2 weeks from now. When are you coming back? Not for a while. Not for a while. Anyway, having an interesting conversation on our way out. Well, it's raining. I wanted to go to the little corner store up here and get a couple of beers before we go to bed. We're going to be at this hotel probably till close to lunchtime, I think, waiting on our friends to get up. But yeah, it's like 120 baht for a small beer, so I didn't feel like doing all that. Plus, it's raining upstairs, can't do anything. So, yeah. Okay, guys, we are going to end the video. Tomorrow, Paige is going to be, I think, 100%. Huh? Yeah, I think she'll be close to it. I didn't have a lot to do today on this video, sorry, but I'm glad you guys came along with us. Tomorrow's going to be a little different. We're headed to Hua Hin. I know I've said that a couple times, but we're going to have a good time with our friends for the next, I think it's about 2 weeks. We are flying out of here on the 3rd, and today is the 19th. So anyway, guys, we'll see you in the morning on the next video. Bye.